Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the ShiftBugGaming YouTube channel. I messed that up really bad. But yeah, welcome to the ShiftBugGaming YouTube channel. And today we're going to be doing a VOD for Monsters of Little Haven. I'm streaming live on Twitch right now, but this is the recording for YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into the game here because right now I don't have many viewers watching at the moment, but that's totally fine. We're gonna get right into the game anyways. So, all right. So I'll stop talking and we will get into it. Okay, so I have a feeling actually I might have to move this. I might have to move myself up to the upper right hand corner maybe. Yeah, that's better, I think. Okay, so we'll see what happens. I might have to move myself again, but that's for a different time. I'm not that worried about it. All right, Monsters of Little Haven. Nikita Calf Productions. Now, I couldn't find the Twitter for Nikita Calf. I don't know if it exists or not, but I was going to tag Nikita in my Twitter post, but Monsters of Little Haven. I already kind of like the style. It's like a old filmy type style. Let's just make sure that we got some good stuff here. Minbron, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, bro? Just started the stream. Doing good. Oh shit! I forgot to turn it off. Emote only. My bad. Emote only off. I don't know. I keep forgetting to do that. I literally saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta turn that off. But then I got distracted and did something else. Did you get raided? No, I'm taking precautions because I've been hearing rumors about the hate raids, like basically also raiding a channel when they're offline, I guess, and then they'd have all that crap in chat, and then they would report the chat, and then you could potentially get banned because you're not moderating your chat. And so I put it in emote only mode so they can't do any stupid shit while I'm offline. I'm not sure how true it is. It might be absolute bullshit, but I'm not willing to take that risk. So, but anyway, we're on Monsters of Little Haven.
Chapter Escape.
Oh, is there? I don't need to do any voice acting. What a clown show. I agree.
When Kenneth left the house to find his sister, the sun was still just breaking through the thick clouds. Having circled the village of Little Haven, Kenneth's voice was beginning to give out. Esme! Esme! She wasn't even in their place under the big oak that stands in the middle of the wheat field near the house.
Okay.
Desperate, he sat under the oak tree for several hours until it began to drizzle. He turned around to the sound of wet footsteps behind him and saw Esme. Kenneth was angry, but his sister's shabby appearance immediately softened his tone.
Okay.
Where have you been? I was looking all over for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Come on, the hurricane's coming.
The hurricane's coming? What the fuck?
Kenneth took his sister's hand and led her toward the house.
Okay, there's
You're all
brother
wet.
and sister.
What happened? Oh, I was attacked by a monster. A monster? I ran away from it and got lost. Well, now Mom and Dad will think that we ran away. I'm sorry.
Oh, now there's no voice acting. Okay, so if we run into the monster, I'll give it a piece of my mind. No need to apologize, just don't do it again.
No need to apologize.
Oh, I have to click it. I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid.
But You're too old for these fairy tales. You're the one in denial. Esme was soaking wet, and her small steps were accompanied by squelching sounds. Kenneth stopped and helped Esme pour the water out of her boots. How did you get so much water in there?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. What'd you do? Jump in the goddamn swamp?
I don't know.
Get out. Get out them. I can't even fucking do it right now. What are you doing in my swamp?
Rushed down the washed-away trail to the house. Thanks. The way home was riddled with fear of the impending punishment, along with squelching boot noises.
Squelching boot noises.
Well, it's a good thing that Grandma doesn't know, or who knows what she might think up. I agree. Grandma always has some story in her head. 5 minutes late, and she already imagines a pack of angry dogs or bandits attacking you. Or that you tripped over a rock in the woods and fell unconscious, face first, into an anthill.
This art style reminds me of the Iron Giant. You know what? You're right. I do. It does look like that, doesn't it?
This conversation lifted their spirits. When is Grandma coming? Oh, I don't know. Probably whenever she and Dad make up.
That's fucking sad.
I miss Grandma. A heavy silence fell, but it didn't last long. Do you remember Baloo?
Baloo from the Jungle Book?
It was as if she had stabbed Kenneth between the ribs. He remembered. That was the name of the dog the Murphy family had buried a couple of years ago.
Aww.
Kenneth was very fond of Baloo, and his death really hit him hard. And then, for a few months, he slept, hugging his old collar.
That's fucking sad, dude.
At first, Kenneth could burst into tears at any time, so that even the other side of the pillow wasn't always dry.
I remember.
Well, of course I remember. Will you give me his collar? It's just hanging on your backpack. No, and don't you dare touch it. At that moment, they had almost reached the plot, surrounded by a fence, looking fairly battered after all the years. As soon as they crossed it, something frightened Esme. She froze, pointing her finger toward the shed at the pier. Oh, hear that? What? There's a monster. Well, let's go home, or we'll get in trouble. As if she had heard something, Esme began to make a whining sound. Well, it's going to be okay. Come on. But he will come at night.
I mean, seeing as that this is a horror story, let's go ahead and check the shed.
Well, we'll make sure there aren't any monsters and go home, okay? Okay. Kenneth took her hand and they went to the pier. Esme clutched Kenneth's hand, squeezing his palm. Even on the way to the shed, Esme was trying to look behind the half-open doors, which were moaning on the rusted hinges. In the half-light, it made tense even Kenneth. After approaching the shed, Kenneth opened the door in one motion, propped it with a stone, and then, with a bold gesture, invited Esme to come in. "Oh, I'm scared." Thunder rumbled. "Oh, did you see that? Someone was there." "Nobody's here. Come on." "Why do you say that when you saw him yourself? You were looking right at him." "Well, I saw, like, it must have been some kind of a shadow, like yours." Kenneth took control of the situation. He was fooling around. He went inside.
Okay, that's what that does. I was like, I wonder what this
Kenneth
does.
took control of the situation. He was fooling around. He went inside with swagger, demonstrating the absence of monster.
With swagger.
Although he doubted it himself.
Just look at it. It's empty, Esme. It's empty. Look at this. That's I can't even pretend to have swagger in a chair. That's how unswag I am.
Not a soul. But the door was open. Oh, it's always open. Dad must have been in here recently. We'll close the door. Before Esme could answer, Kenneth took her in his arm and carried her out of the shed, knocking out the stone that held the door on the way. And then, for Esme's peace of mind, he slid back the loosened latch. Esme pressed herself against Kenneth's shoulder and whispered in his ear, "Are you sure he won't come out?" Kenneth played along. "Of course. Have you seen how big the lock is?" Esme had calmed down, but later added very quietly under her breath,
Strong kid to just be sweeping girls off their feet. Yeah, I can agree to that. That's a little weird. You must be... You work at the distribution center with me or some shit, bro? Like, how the fuck?
"I hope it's not too
Unless she's
cold
like
in here
fucking
for
like
him."
4 years old or something.
On the doorstep, Kenneth met Mom and Dad. They were solemnly showing out a stranger in a formal outfit. As soon as he approached, the adults' conversation stopped.
They look about the same age. The dude's swole. Just like me, bro. Clearly, I can't flex right now because I'm actually sore as fuck for my job.
"Go up to your room, honey. I'll be right there." Satisfied that they had escaped punishment, Kenneth and Esme hurried up the stairs to their room. In the room, there was a glass of milk and a plate of pancakes on the table waiting for them.
What? What? Plate of pancakes? What kind of snack is that? Who? That's a breakfast. That's not a snack. Cook. Who? Yeah, exactly. Like this is the weirdest form of Santa Claus. Who puts fucking pancakes out for their kids? You go to your room. You go up there right now and you get ready for bed. Oh yeah, there's pancakes too. Like what?
Kenneth took the wet jacket off Esme, rubbed her hair with a thin blanket, and sat her down at the table.
I mean, honestly, that does sound
"Here,
pretty good,
you should
though.
eat."
I do want. Now I want some pancakes.
"Oh, thank you." "They're quite cold, though. Do you want me to go downstairs and warm them up?" "Oh, no, they're delicious. Thanks." "Don't go down there. Sit with me." Kenneth was afraid of his parents' reaction to their escape. But everything was still quiet. "Well, let's hang the wet dress up to dry." "Oh, thanks." "Now go to bed." Kenneth covered his sister with a blanket and lay down on his bed. They were both staring blankly at the ceiling until Esme said, "Oh, I wish the monster was gone." "Oh, it's going to be okay. You need to sleep." "All right." Esme curled up into a ball and turned to the wall. There was an awkward knock at the door, followed by the equally awkward mother's tone.
Why is it awkward?
"Are you okay?" Kenneth looked at Esme. She was almost sleeping. "Yep." Behind his mother, he heard Father's quiet voice from downstairs. "Oh, don't wake him up." "Good night." The door closed. Esme rustled in bed and turned to Kenneth. "Why didn't they scold us?" I don't know."
Why didn't they yell at me? Just shut up and go with it. Obviously, everything's
It
fine.
seemed that Esme had fallen asleep. He heard his parents talking softly downstairs.
So, what we're
Then
going to
he
do...
heard cabinet doors opening and a kind of softly tinkle.
All I can imagine is that the parents are downstairs and they're just like, all right, we are going to fuck these kids up. We're going to beat the shit out of them for being late and being wet as fuck. They're going to get the punishment of a lifetime. Just saying, it's a possibility.
It became more quiet. Kenneth was sleepy. He overheard the room door creaking. Kenneth pretended to be asleep. A beam of light spilled onto his bed from the half-open door. A moment later, the door closed gently. Kenneth fell asleep. Thunder rumbled. As Kenneth opened his eyes a little, he flinched to the wall out of fright as he saw Esme's shadow in front of him in the light of the lightning flash. She was sitting on the bed, terrified, with her knees pressed to her chest. The door to the room was open. Kenneth ran to her and knelt beside her. "What's the matter? Are you afraid of the thunder?" "Oh, there was a monster looking for something." Kenneth was confused, feeling helpless because of his sister's behavior. Usually, stories about the monster didn't go this far. "Well, what was the monster looking for?" "Oh, for me, of course. But I hid like this." She demonstrated, covering her eyes with her palms. "Even being this close, he didn't see me. What a stupid fool." Searched through the nightstand,
What an idiot.
closet, under the bed, as if I could fit in there.
I could just... Oh, he doesn't see me. Oh, fucking idiot. That's how I read that.
"You want me to call Mom and Dad?" "Oh, no, don't." Kenneth noticed a puddle on the sheet under Esme and read shame in her eyes.
Oh, she pissed herself.
Pretending there was nothing there, he moved her to his bed. "Why didn't you call the parents?" "Oh, I was scared. You and I are already in trouble." "And what happened next?" "Oh, at some point, he leaned over you as if he wanted to bite off half of your face with his big, toothy jaws. Or to kiss you, haha." "Yes?" "Well, I didn't see. He attacked me differently." So your monster wants to give me a kiss, but attacks you?" "I wonder what new notes are you going to add to your diary about the monster?" Esme became upset. Kenneth gave up. He just sat there for a while, waiting for what came next. Esme ran to her bed, lifted the corner of the mattress briskly, took out her diary, and put it in Kenneth's hands, as if trying to convince him of something. Kenneth knew about the diary, but Esme always kept it to herself. The book looked worn out, and at the same time, girly neat. Kenneth carefully held the diary in his hands, appreciating Esme's trust. A bow knot. Well done, Kenneth thought, keeping all jokes to himself for the time being. Oh, read. Maybe later? He put the diary on his nightstand. Oh, you won't laugh, will you? Esme asked, as if she regretted giving away her personal diary.
Aw.
Oh, of course not.
I feel weird because I can't really like talk that much during this game because it's like it's already doing the dialogue for me, so I thought I was gonna have to read it.
Don't tell anyone. Esme sat in front of Kenneth with glowing eyes and seemed not to even think about going to sleep. While Kenneth was wondering how to calm Esme down, she continued the conversation first. Well, have you ever seen it? Oh, the monster? Yep.
I mean, seems like he has not seen it, so I'm just gonna say no.
Well, I haven't seen it. And if you had, would you tell anyone? I don't know. Why? Well, probably because no one would believe me. Oh, that's stupid. How come? Why doesn't anyone believe me? I really did see it.
They don't believe you because they haven't seen it. I believe you.
Well, they don't believe you because they haven't seen it.
Chapter.
Murphy's.
I can't even say the chapter. He does that too.
Kenneth fell asleep from exhaustion while sitting on the floor, but a few minutes later was awoken by Esme. Oh, it's not true. Kenneth was tired of Esme's antics and was getting angry with her. Oh, what's not true? Well, it's not true that no one saw him. I saw drawings of him in the attic. What drawings? Well, the same as in my diary. Well, what could that mean? Esme defiantly folded her arms and frowned. And now wait, how did you get into the attic? It's never been opened. Well, I was careful. Where did you get the key? Esme handed him Dad's set of keys. What have you done? Where'd you get them? Dad will be furious. Well, I got them from his closet while you were sleeping. They heard a noise coming from the shed at the pier. Esme didn't waste time and expressed the most expected thing. Oh, it's a monster. We were there and found nobody. Oh, I saw it out the window. It's there again. Behind the door, they heard their father's rapid footsteps. He ran into the parents' bedroom, which was right next to their room. Kenneth was peeping through the half-open door. Dad took out a hunting rifle and ran down the stairs, slamming the front door behind him. It seemed he was drunk.
Uh-oh.
Kenneth slipped out to the door of the attic and began picking out the right key.
Oh, I don't fucking know. How am I supposed to know a key? Maybe that one? That one looks pretty key-like. No, not that one? Okay, maybe it's this one. I swear to God, if it's the first one, I'm gonna be mad.
Thunder rumbled.
I'm actually really annoyed that it was the first one. I don't know if it was a rule of 3, like it was gonna make you pick 3 no matter which ones you picked, or if it's always the first one. No idea.
Kenneth unlocked the door to the attic. Well, where were the keys? Oh, in the box. Well, where exactly? Oh, please, hurry. Dad's coming.
Oh boy.
Without waiting for an answer, Kenneth ran into the parents' bedroom, put the keys under one of the tables, and ran back to his room. Mother's voice came from downstairs. Son, come down, please. Kenneth went downstairs. Mom was sitting in a chair near the TV, broadcasting generic white noise. Judging by the bags under her eyes, he hadn't slept in a while. Mom, is everything okay? Mom looked devastated. She could hardly smile. I wanted to ask you the same thing. You're such a good boy. Kenneth was embarrassed. Come to me. It seemed Mother wanted to say something but couldn't get the words out, so she hugged Kenneth tightly instead, like a rag doll. The front door swung open. Kenneth took a few steps back. Father came in the living room with the rifle over his shoulder, holding a blood-stained carcass of a fox by the tail. Well, I finally managed to catch this beast. It's been running from me for ages. Dad threw the carcass on the floor in front of Brenda and Kenneth. Kenneth noticed that the fox was still moving, but he didn't show it. Baloo used to hunt them down. Father went to the fridge, took out a beer bottle, and took a couple of sips. Oh, he was a great dog. He could cling to the throat and not let go till the end. Stop it. Right, Kenneth?
I think the fox is still alive. Just fucking kill it.
Well, I think the fox is still alive. Father threw down an appraising look. Yeah, you're right. He grabbed the fox and took it outside. Well, follow me. Kenneth had seen the carcasses of dead animals brought from the hunt, but now he was uneasy. Father went to the shed, turned on the light near it, and took out a rope. He tied one end of the rope to some fitment, and on the other made a noose that threw on a paw of the wounded fox. Father handed Kenneth the rifle. Oh, what for? Well, someone has to do it. Why don't you just let it go? Oh, it's a goner. Look. You're just going to ease its suffering. Kenneth looked at the barely alive fox that was gnawing its tied-up paw. Father handed the rifle to Kenneth and put his finger on the trigger.
This is fucking horrible.
You see the scars on its side? Where do you think they came from?
Let me fix my webcam there a little bit. There we go. That looks a little better.
Well, I don't know. Well, Baloo did them while defending our land, but this dirty rat clung to his throat.
Yeah, it is rather grim. I agree. It's getting me like really depressed.
Avenge Baloo. Shoot.
I like the art style though. It's really neat.
Kenneth suddenly became filled with anger. He aimed, but immediately put the rifle down. I won't do it. Father took the rifle, put it back on his shoulder, and went into the shed. He came out with a knife and went to the fox, then bent over it, muttering something under his breath. Easy, easy. A moment later, the fox ran away into the darkness, and Father had a cut noose and a small bite on his hand. Well, I tried to do what's best. I thought it'd make you feel better, you know. Kenneth was silent. Death happens every moment. There's no escape. You have to learn to let it go, not to live in the past, but to see the present. Otherwise, the past will haunt you for the rest of your life, until the last day. It will devour you, piece by piece. Kenneth remembered Baloo, but kept it together, listening to his father's drunken monologue. Are you listening? Yes. This world was killing me, and then I went to war, taking revenge on the world, but it gave me nothing. This world will show no mercy, and if you can't accept that, it'll throw you high into the sky, and then it'll smash you into the ground with all its might. And this will continue forever. I lost my best friend in the war. When I came back, my mother, your grandma, died a couple of years later. How? She got under the press for clothes drying. Kenneth was impressed and depressed at the same time. He didn't know what to say, but he felt the need to try to keep the conversation going. Is it true that this fox killed Baloo? No, I'm sorry. Well then, why did you tell me that? I could have killed an innocent animal. Well, I thought it'd make you feel better. Let go of the past and all.
This dad sucks.
About Baloo, you seem to have forgotten, even though it's happened recently. He had a huge tumor in his belly. He just couldn't bear it. So we had to put him down. Go inside. This was Kenneth's first sincere conversation with his father. Kenneth went to his room. After entering the room, Kenneth saw Esme sitting on the floor and staring aimlessly out the window.
Seems like he's trying. I guess he is. It does seem like he is like trying to get along with his son, but.
Can't sleep? Kenneth sat down next to her. Nope. Why aren't you sleeping? Yeah, I can't either. Did the fox run away? Well, how did you know about it? Oh, I peeked out the window. I did. Pity.
Just doesn't quite know how. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like he sucks because he's doing this while he's drunk and like trying to like, I don't know. He's just trying to get his son to like man up and fucking kill an innocent animal by lying to him. Give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna grab a drink really quick. BRB. Told you I'd be RB. It's very quick.
About the fox? No, the fox too. Who are you talking about?
Speedy devil.
Poor Dad. Why pity him? I don't know. He's always so grumpy and angry. Esme was about to cry. I wouldn't want to be angry and sad. Poor Mom. And poor you. Poor everyone. Esme burst into tears. Kenneth rushed to hug her. Oh, it's okay. Don't cry. But why is he so angry? How come?
This seems more like depression than horror. I mean, so far, yeah, I agree. It's definitely very depressing.
Oh, well, maybe something made him that way. Maybe. I want to sleep, but I can't. Stupid day. Well, let's play. I have a riddle for you. If you can't guess, you'll try to sleep again. Oh, sure. But if I guess, I'll ask you a riddle too. What if I don't guess? Esme's brow furrowed, showing a complex thinking process. Nothing. Oh, I don't know. Deal. Why do lions eat raw meat? Oh, it's easy.
That's not a riddle.
They have paws. They can't cook anything. Oh, you've heard this riddle before.
That's not even a riddle. That's a joke. That's like a shitty dad joke. That's not a riddle. Riddles are not meant to be necessarily funny, in my opinion. They're more of like a fucking like actual like thinking thing. Like, you know, sometimes you overthink them. Like, that was not fucking... That was a stupid dad joke. It's stupid.
Now it's your turn. Sad and beautiful, but not me. Oh, is that your riddle?
See, that's a riddle.
Yes, it is. Answer me. Is it Mom? Yes. How did you know?
That's so fucking depressing.
Well, that's an easy riddle.
I also only had two choices, and you literally said, it's not me.
I guess. Esme yawned and stretched herself. Kenneth approached his bed and spread the blanket.
Future serial killer's here.
Oh, go to bed. It's late. What about you? I'll guard the house for Monster. Kenneth waited for Esme to fall asleep and carefully left the room, closing the door behind him. Chapter Bram.
Bram?
Kenneth peeked into his parents' open room. There was no one inside. He heard that someone was cleaning the first floor after the beaten predator's visit. Kenneth decided to go to the attic to finally deal with the monster issue. As soon as Kenneth opened the door, thick darkness embraced him. He couldn't see anything in front of him, so he left the door open. He began to go up the stairs, hearing a treacherous creak under each step. As he was getting higher, the door slammed shut under its weight, taking the last beam of light. Kenneth froze in the middle.
You didn't think that maybe, oh, it's dark up here, maybe I should bring a light source of some sort? Like, you know, fucking flashlight or a candle, a torch, or whatever you want to call them.
He stumbled
What you doing, bro?
upon all the forgotten things of the Murphy family while trying to find some kind of switch. He felt a cord hanging from the ceiling and pulled it without thinking. And he was right. It was the switch of a light bulb. Not very bright,
Fair
though.
play. Fair play.
Esme had told him about other people's monster drawings in the attic, but he didn't pay much attention to it until today. After looking through some stuff, Kenneth noticed an old military box in the corner. After moving a heavy lid, Kenneth found a pile of things. Photographs, military uniform, some papers. The first thing he took was a photo of his father in a uniform. He seems happier here than in real life.
While he was in the war.
At the back of the frame, Kenneth noticed some inscriptions behind the broken piece of plywood holding the photo.
The monster is their dad when he's too drunk. I was thinking that too. I was thinking like maybe like the monster is the dad. I don't know.
He took out the photo and saw a message to his father. To my dear childhood friend, Bram Murphy, from a desk mate and a comrade in arms, Philip Hall. Together till the end. Under this photo, he saw another one in the drawer, a class photo. There was a silhouette drawn on it, very similar to the way Esme drew the monster.
The fuck? I see it. It's right there.
Huh. Well, Esme wasn't lying. I don't think she did it. In the photo, his father stood next to his comrade from the last photo. Kenneth recognized him by his hair. The monster was scratched with a black pen on top of some teacher. The last thing Kenneth noticed was a dusty notebook. It's my father's notebook.
Their cope is seen as some sort of thing, other thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, this is, like, if that's the case, this kind of story's kind of been done before, I feel like. Because I watched a movie on Netflix, I think it was called Before I Wake, and that was actually really creepy, but it ended up being, like, the kid's mother that was the monster the entire time. It was the way he, like, perceived her. And it wasn't that his mother was bad, it was, like, she was very sick. And she looked like a fucking weird alien thing because she had, like, these kidney problems and stuff like that. I can't remember. She had, like, yellow eyes because of, I can't think of the word. I can't remember the word. But, yeah, she was, like, dying from cancer and stuff. Anyway, let's continue.
As Kenneth was flipping through the notebook, he saw
Jaundice,
nothing except
yes,
the
that's what it
dialogue
was.
in the margins. You need to tell someone about this. I can't, I'll get kicked out. If you don't do it, I will. Don't, please, I'll figure something out. Bram's school years, the 1930s. Bram, you don't want to upset your mother, do you? Your mom is a wonderful woman who works several jobs for you. What if she finds out you have trouble studying? Don't worry, it doesn't hurt anymore, does it?
What the fuck?
The door slammed shut behind Kenneth. He turned around and saw his father. Put everything back and close the drawer. Frightened, Kenneth followed the instructions, despite things slipping out of his hands. I'm sorry. Dad was standing there keeping Kenneth out of the way. What were you doing here? I was looking for a monster. Bram pulled an old wooden chair out of the darkness and sat down in front of Kenneth. You don't believe this nonsense, do you? What about you? What are you talking about? Well, you drew the same monster as Esme. Bram was a little confused, but tried not to show it. How do you know? Did you go through my stuff?
You literally caught him doing that. You was literally looking at your shit. How drunk are you, bro? Wake up.
Esme told me there was a monster in the attic, just like the one in her diary. Want this diary? He showed Kenneth Esme's diary. Well, where did you get it? It's not yours. Well, didn't you think that the drawings in the attic could be hers? I did. That's why I came to make sure. And it's not her monster. No, but whose then? It's yours. Bram looked away. What do you mean? Esme wasn't lying. Bram froze. Bram showed no emotion, but he moved, letting Kenneth know that he could leave if he wanted. Well, what are you going to do now? Well, I'll apologize to Esme that I didn't trust her. Bram gave a surprised grimace of incomprehension. And you should do the same. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. Where are you going? To my room. Esme's been talking about the monster all day. Kenneth was angry because everything that happened to him seemed she felt sorry for you.
Whoops.
For what? You've been so sullen and angry. Bram peered up. No one believed her, and you knew but kept quiet. You drew the same thing. Bram handed Kenneth Esme's diary. Kenneth snatched the diary from his father's hands. Esme entrusted this diary to me. You won't get it. Kenneth left the attic angrily and headed to Esme to tell her everything. He approached Esme's bed and saw her asleep. Kenneth sat on the floor, leaning on her bed. Kenneth fell asleep. He awoke up to a light patting on the shoulder. Wake up, big guy. Kenneth saw his father, ready to go somewhere. Forgive me. Kenneth looked around the room but did not find Esme. For what? And where's Esme? Now listen to me. Listen carefully. Esme's gone. She's not coming. You have to accept that.
What?
My whole life was making me do terrible things. I couldn't stop. Bram reached into his pockets. He took Kenneth's hand and put a military medal for valor in it.
What do you mean, though? Why is she not coming?
I don't deserve this medal. Now, I'm giving it to you. Bram reached into his pocket once again, took out the house keys, and handed them to Kenneth. Now, you're the head of the family now. Don't let anyone near you, your house or your mother. No one who looks anything like me. Bram pointed to his gloomy, bristly face, although it was unlikely he was referring to appearance. I've already talked to your mom. Take care of her. A howl of police sirens was coming. I've got to go. Stay in the house until I'm gone.
What the fuck?
Mother appeared in the doorway. Her eyes were empty. She and his father, emotionally devastated, looked at each other. But his father did not deviate from his plan and walked out of the house. Kenneth and his mother were looking out the window. Bram Murphy, hands up! Bram put his hands behind his head, but he didn't stop. Take me away, then go to them. The police car with Bram was driving away until it completely disappeared. The uniformed men approached the Murphy house. They knocked on the front door. Mom tried to open the door, but Kenneth held her hand. There could be monsters. Kenneth showed his mom a set of keys. I'll open it.
What? What happened to Esme? I don't understand. Did some shit happen to her? Did she not exist? I don't understand. I'm so confused. There's 8 endings. This game was short. I mean, I guess it makes sense. But like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Like I started to really get into it the moment that like the dad was like, she's not coming. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what happened to her? What happened to her? I don't understand. What happened? What happened? God damn, just as I was like starting to really get attached to like what was going on, the game just was like, nah, it's over, bro. It's fine. It's over. Like, what? Come on. I want more. I mean, I'm assuming there's probably other chapters and stuff that like, you know, have more explanations, but god damn. That was depressing. That was really depressing. But also very confusing. But I like it. I do. I will say that I do like it. It got me intrigued. I just wish I understood what happened more a little better. That's my only complaint, is that I wish that there was like more to understand. So if there's some kind of explanation of some sort, like that would be awesome. But well, I guess that's it. I'm not gonna do another playthrough of this because I don't have time to do that. I promised to play with my buddy Russ before he leaves for the army and stuff like that. So I'm going to do everything I can to hang out with him as much as I can. So, but with that said, you know, I gotta say it was a good game. It was a good game. Like I said, it got me intrigued. It kept me on my toes a little bit with like the monster and stuff. But yeah, that was more of like an emotional game rather than a horror game. Which, you know, I do like those as well. But man, I really wish that there was more like context as to what exactly happened. But I guess I'm not going to get that, which is totally fine. I like the art style. You know, I mean, maybe there's more context if I play through the game again, but I'm not going to do it on this stream or this video. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for now. I'm definitely probably going to be streaming probably a little later tonight, if anything, or if not, definitely tomorrow. And I'll see you guys then. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video for YouTube here. If you guys like what you see, Again, it's all by Twitch. Just go ahead and look me up on Twitch. You can follow me there as well. It's ShiftBugGaming, just like you see on YouTube. Or if you are watching this on Twitch and you want to check out my YouTube, go ahead and check out my YouTube. Yeah, hey Flamin'. Yeah, you came just for the end. Yeah, I already beat the game. The game was very short. I mean, it has 8 endings, but I got one of them. I don't know if like there's other ones that are like more connected, but I do plan on like maybe streaming a little bit later tonight. But we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and end here, and I'll be uploading this VOD on my YouTube channel, so I'll see you there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Subscribe and like if you like it on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.